McGregor. That was perfect timing.
I know what's funny about that? I thought I was going to say Aldo, then you're going to say McGregor, and then we just go trade word for word until the entire clip was done.
No, but you know what I mean when I say McGregor, and I know what you mean when you say Aldo, which means I'm going to be right, and the whole of Ireland is going to erupt when McGregor wins on July 11th.
Just like how Pacquiao was going to be Mayweather?
I never said that.
Francis, what's going on between Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor, which the fight, July 11th, will be there?
We will be there. For me, this is obviously the Maypac of the UFC, but you're guaranteed fireworks. I've talked about this before. You're guaranteed now to get something that is so unique, because in UFC, you're guaranteed like fights, you're guaranteed blood, you're guaranteed. Both of these guys, it may be put on a little bit for camera just to emphasize it, but I still think they genuinely dislike each other. And it's circulating throughout the whole web that many pros, I think, are actually favoring Aldo over McGregor, which is interesting.
Yeah, so actually let's go to that one first. We have a tweet from McGregor as well, but let's start with the pros picks, because the pros, UFC pros, not any, not just any professional.
Pros, yeah.
The pros, including like Uriah Faber, Lorenz Larkin, and we have the card, so let's go to that first so we can take a look at this. Daniel Cormier, Frank Mir, Max Holloway, Felix Herrig, Uriah Faber, Luke Rockhold, TJ Dillashaw, and James Montserrat all have Jose Aldo, interestingly. Only Carla Esparza and Christos Giagos have Conor McGregor, while only one of these people is smart. I want to go with Larkin, because we don't, like, I believe Jose Aldo is a superior fighter, and I'm really amazed at how many UFC fighters are siding with Aldo. I mean, he is the belt holder. He is defending his title. And McGregor, it's not that McGregor isn't as good of a fighter. I just don't think he's been tested by someone as good as Jose.
And I agree with that, but the only thing that I have to say in McGregor's defense, and you will agree with this, is he can only fight who's put in front of him. And he's been given these fighters to fight, and each of them he's disposed. He hasn't disposed of all of them like in his significant fashion as he has done with a couple of them, but when he has had to overcome some adversity, I remember once I think he tweaked his knee right through it, so he had to rely more on his boxing ability, because he is known for those over-the-top kicks, but he's got the ability to adapt. And I think that, for me, he's just so tenacious, and I think that he's, as much as I said, he's very overexcited in front of the camera, and he wants this fight, and he's got everyone behind him in terms of in Ireland, and everyone who's excited for a neutral perspective. He's got them behind him to see what he's going to give in this fight. But I think he's a professional. I think he understands that when it comes to Jose Aldo, he knows how good he is.
Francis, it's interesting you pointed out that he has not won every fight in significant fashion. While as they might not have, every fight might not have been as amazing as some of the others, as quick, as fast, as powerful, you can say. I'm amazed that Max Holloway isn't even siding with Conor McGregor because of the unanimous decision that he had against him.
Yeah.
So, and things like that, and Dennis Seaver, and I'm like the whole list. It's not the most impressive, but Brimage, Poirier, again, with the whole thing with Conor McGregor is that, like you mentioned, he's only fought those in front of him. But once again, he has proven in many different ways how he can beat those type of fighters. Yeah. None of those guys, and I mean none, even hold a candle to Jose Aldo's. I can't even find the right word to describe his calm composure in the octagon. Yeah. His leg, his leg kicks are devastating.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And I'm about to make a good point here, Jason. So I'm going to tell you.
It's just like your new thing is like.
It's my funny thing when I make a point, because many people out there, let's be honest with us, have questioned how much we talk about this and how much we study. I've been studying this fight because I'm so excited about it, and I want to be as knowledgeable as I can. And I've been studying Aldo from many different videos, watching it, and it's something that I think is going to be crucial in the fight, is how significant he can land his early leg kicks on Conor McGregor, because we have seen his knee jerk before, so we do know that he's susceptible to maybe an injury in the leg. But I think Conor McGregor is going to be prepared for that. I think if he can avoid the early round leg kicks on him, and the fact that he might be able to overcome this, I think it's McGregor's there for the taking. If he can maybe avoid Aldo wearing him down to the point that he might need to change it up, I think that McGregor, avoiding those kicks, can catch him significantly, because Aldo's used to wearing his opponents down and then going in and advancing his game once he wears them down from the lower half.
You know what? That's a really good point, actually. And so you get a point. There's your one. And if you want it, you can take it.
I've got it.
You got it. Okay.
1 point.
Great point. Tempo is going to be a major factor in this fight. Whoever sets and controls the tempo of the fight, I actually believe will be the winner. If McGregor can speed everything up and put Aldo in a very uncomfortable situation, and where he has to, like, basically, I guess, rush his strategy, McGregor just might have the upper hand. If it goes at Aldo's pace, Aldo wins this fight.
The thing about
impossibly by decision.
And the thing about Aldo is you know how experienced he is at dealing with all different types of pace. But what I read before on a few articles is people think that McGregor would come in with a naive anticipation for this fight and come in so amped up that he might leave himself open. I don't think that's the case with McGregor. I think that he is at home in the chaos. He's at home when he goes in at that full pelt. That's what he lives. That's his environment, and I think that he'll definitely do well. But one of our own experts that we had on, Shane Faison from Fight Tips, make sure to check out that channel. He had this to say on the fight when we talked about it with him a few weeks back.
I don't want you to think I dislike McGregor.
No,
he's a great fighter. I love that he tries things like spinning back roundhouse kicks and jumping double roundhouse kicks. That's awesome. I just don't see him beating Jose Aldo. I don't think he's fought anyone of that caliber yet. And Jose Aldo can throw hooks to the body and follow up with kicks that sweep people's legs out from underneath them. You know, and if McGregor has that wide stance, that wide base like he always does, he may not get his legs swept from underneath him, but he's going to get his leg chopped off. You know, and that's going to be brutal for him. And I see
that sounds worse.
Yes. I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree because Jose Aldo imposes his will on people, and he scares people. Once he lands a couple of those leg kicks, their demeanor changes. They're like, oh shit, this guy's here to fight. This guy's going to hurt me if I don't defend myself correctly. And McGregor is getting under Aldo's skin outside of the ring, right? And that's stuff that Mayweather does. We keep going back to boxing. That's the stuff that Mayweather does. He gets these people frustrated and even a little fearful. And I feel like this is going to be a different fight now for Aldo. He's not going to scare McGregor. I don't think so by any means. So it's going to be a back and forth fight. It's going to be a war.
It's funny because I've been deadly serious. I couldn't remember him saying that before, and it sounds like I've just reiterated his points.
Yeah,
but he knows.
Credit, I grabbed the video, not Francis.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about there. But that's what I'm saying is that McGregor's stance could leave him. That's why he's hurt his knee before, because that wide stance is a good stance to if you're fighting against someone who isn't so dominant in the lower half, because then you can play. So now, but when you play Aldo, if he catches him with one of those leg kicks when his stance is so wide, that's like just basically catching a plank of wood dead. You can chop it in half or like basically cause some serious damage. So it'll be interesting to see. But the one thing that we're guaranteed is that there's no love lost there, and there's going to be little elbows after the round goes. There's going to be that anticipation. There's going to be McGregor trying to wind him up, and for me, I can't wait to see that.
Speaking of love, we know McGregor loves to talk trash, and he went to Twitter because out of competition drug test, they tested McGregor for blood and urine, as he tweets out. This was on June 12th. I was random tested on May 23rd, blood and urine. Jose Aldo Jr., you little weasel, you and your weasel coach. I don't know when weasel ever was like a derogatory. Yeah. It sounds like a little schoolboy's word.
It's like calling someone a rat. You know what I mean?
But I want to be careful. I'm hovering around these words because I don't want to piss off Conor McGregor ever.
You don't want him to tweet you out.
Or Jose Aldo.
Well, Conor McGregor knows of my my fanboy image of him. Like, I think that he's a good advocate for the sport. But I loved his hashtag at the end. It's a hashtag that gets me, #andnew. So he's like just waiting for them to announce and the new world champion. You see it? Such a dig at the end.
I didn't actually capture that. Yeah. I didn't even, first of all, that hashtag I've never seen before. So
He's created it now. He's created his own hashtag because it starts to trend, and then he's hoping if he wins, that hashtag will continue and new world champion.
Real quick before we go, and we're going to talk more about this as we get closer to the fight, and of course we'll be there for it, but what do you think the better outcome, not who do you think is going to win? I know you're siding with McGregor, I'm siding with Aldo here, but what do you think is the better outcome for the UFC?
I don't want to see an early round knockout. I don't want to see, because yes, it would still capture the headlines.
4 or 5 good rounds.
I would like to see a later knockout and some good exchanges of what they're both best at, because I want to see how McGregor handles what Aldo's best at. I want to see how he adapts to those leg kicks. I want to see him basically have to prove himself as a world champion. I don't want him to go in and maybe catch him one that it maybe is still a good advocate for how good he is, but maybe Aldo was just caught off guard for one. I want to see a fair fight that shows that the true champion will emerge from the end.
Yeah, I hope this isn't the first fight between these two.
No, I don't think it will be.
And regardless of the outcome, if McGregor wins, of course, then you get the storyline of and the headline of, Aldo wants his vengeance. And God, the amount of trash talk that would happen at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And secondly, if Aldo wins, you would very much hope now that you have a more tested Conor McGregor to get back in the ring. Dana White's a smart man with these cards, so don't be surprised if this is not the first of maybe 2 or 3 of these fights. Or maybe do like the Pacquiao-Marquez thing where there's like 5 of them.
Maybe. We can only hope, but we definitely know there's going to be entertainment. But what do you guys think? Who do you have to win this fight? Continue the conversation.
Aldo. It's Aldo.
Aldo? McGregor?
It's Aldo.
Okay.
It's Aldo.
McGregor.
It's Aldo.
I mean, it's McGregor.
It's Aldo.
It's McGregor versus Aldo.
It's Aldo versus McGregor.